Hey guys, so today wacha tuchanuane. Most leaders do not operate from talents. No, talent alone cannot give you what you want when it comes to control of people. You need a guidance, and most of these guidances, people are getting them from the 48 laws of power and principles. And guess what? You might read everything, understand, apply, but even fail. So the way you apply these principles might make you achieve or lose. Okay? So let's see how your leader is applying some of these principles and why they're losing, why they are winning. Number one, do not appear so perfect. Do not appear too perfect. Because people you're leading always want someone who tends to be like them, who looks like them, so that they associate with you. And in that, you gain power. Our president. Our president appears to be too perfect in his own character. He doesn't want to show any flaw to any citizen, okay, which is not advisable to the enemy, but to the followers, it is advisable. Show some flaws and people will associate with you. The other thing, master the art of timing. When you say we are going to do this thing at this time, make sure it's start time. Respect and honor comes through timing. Okay? Trust increases through timing. Our president, the first 100 days you promised, or he promised, that the prices of unga are going to go down to 100. But the first 100 days, things turned to be chaotic. The prices of fuel increased. The prices of unga got constant or even got worse. The art of timing. That is another area Mr. President fails at. Most pastors are good in this. When they talk about a certain project being completed at this time, tick, it's done. But you know why your church is failing? One of the best things to consider is the art of timing. When you say this thing is going to be done by this time, let it be that time. Trust. Poof, shoots up at the scale. The other thing, crush your enemies totally, completely destroyed. Completely destroy them. Okay? That is another thing most politicians are doing. So that they garner the points. They have the space to win. Okay? Avoid that principle at your own cost. It doesn't mean you have to do that by killing someone. They're ever doing that in rallies every other day. Hey, but wait. Another principle also states that say less than required. That is where they are losing. I told you how you apply these principles is going to make you win or lose. Okay? DCP leader is always saying more than required. Say more, lose more. Okay? Say what is required, but do not state too much. When you dilute information and when you talk too much, you tend to say or you tend to expose your foolishness. In the process, your utterance might end up being foolish and you will lose trust. An eye opener. Caught attention at all costs. By this, make sure you're always on the spotlight. When people see you all the time, the more the attention you have, the more the power you gain. We have the aspiring MCAs, MPs. Whenever there is a barrier issue, you are always seeing them. That is one law of power. They know what they are doing. An eye opener. So much depends on reputation. So when you mess your reputation, power goes out of your confines. So whatever you are doing daily, make sure the greatest thing to guard is reputation. Another eye opener. Okay? I told you never appear too perfect. Ruto is failing in that area. The other thing I noticed with our former president is absence is power. Use absence to increase respect and honor. One day, we were waiting for this great event, Aflow 2013, and we were preparing everything. Our voices, the band was perfect, the venue was perfect, it was secure, and we are there during the D-Day, waiting for the president. We are waiting for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and people are seated waiting for the president. And the bad news came. It's unfortunate we won't be with our president today as we expected. That is used to increase power, respect, and honor. Another eye opener, pastors. Don't do that. I told you how you apply these principles makes you win or lose. CEOs, do that. Not pastors. President, do that. Yeah, don't come to open a laboratory. That's not for your level. Crush your enemies at all cost. Crush your enemies totally. Destroy them so that you gain the space of winning. That is a space most politicians are using. It's a principle they cannot avoid. They're ever on social media, mainstream media houses, crushing each other here and there, here and there. Whenever they get an opportunity to crush their enemies, they do not think twice. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Politicians are ever doing that. Most pastors have adopted this. Yeah. You're asking how? Yeah. They are always selling prayers to you. Yeah. Because you think you cannot pray for yourself. They're telling you plant a seed because I'm the only one who can pray for you and your things goes the way you want. Oh my God. Play into people's fantasies. Politicians are so good in this. Pastors are so good in this. Remember last year you went to Acacia 31st, December 31st, and you are told, I want to pray for these specific people. You'll get this by this year, you'll get this. And up to now, you haven't gotten that very thing. Remember, prayers were offered, playing into people's fantasies.